HeadCanon Episode 1.
Say the full title.
HeadCanon, the Dawning Vision podcast.
Up top. Heck yeah.
Oh my God,
Heck
yeah. This is meant to be.
Facts, bro.
That clap was perfect.
It's like in Hercules when all of the stars were aligned as soon as he turned 18.
Wait, is that how it happened? He turned 18 and the stars aligned?
Yeah, because it's like the short one, the short like witch with the eye. Because remember, she said in 18 years precisely, the planets will align ever so nicely. The time to act will be at hand. Unleash the Titans, your monstrous band. And then the once proud Zeus will finally fall, and you Hades will rule all. A word of caution to this tale, should Hercules fight, you will fail. And then they all got sucked into the eye, and the eye also disappeared.
We should introduce ourselves.
Nick the Slick Johnson.
Jacob Snider, the Maniac Collider.
Yup.
And this is HeadCanon, Episode 1. I feel like, should we introduce where we came from? And like who we are, you know?
Yeah, we should. So, it all started in the year 2016. First grade.
Are you really going back that far?
I'm ready because it would be a really quick thing.
Okay. Yeah.
Like we met in first grade.
Yeah, through a mutual friend.
Mutual friend Addison
Miller, the movie review killer.
And we more or less stayed friends throughout those years.
More or less. What's up?
It seemed like generally we were always kind of into movies.
You know, yes, but as a kid, two things. Like I've always been watching movies, but it was never like my thing. And also, I didn't really realize how much of it you were into. Like, dude, it sounds like since the beginning you were like in it all the way. I had my foot in like video games and like just computers and technology and all that shit on the side. So I didn't really get into movies like this until mid to end of high school.
Dang, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even know like actors besides Johnny Depp or Chris Pine.
Chris Pine?
Because I like Star Trek.
I didn't know about Chris Pine until Star Trek. Yeah. I was waiting for you to mention, Will Smith.
Oh, Will Smith, Tobey Maguire.
Oh, Tobey Maguire for sure.
Willem Dafoe. Yeah, the classic.
Everybody from Spider-Man just straight off the bat.
Basically,
Straight off the bat.
Yeah.
He's like, there are no more pieces of them left. Shout out to my older brother Brian, and also Will Smith. Don't know what this means.
I thought you were gonna say shout out to my older brother Will Smith.
I should have. That would have been funny. But
yeah, we've always been into movies, and it sort of came to a head as soon as we graduated high school and started college.
Yo, actually, no. You know what?
Before that?
Even before that, because remember, we were kids. This was like elementary school.
Oh my God.
we'd be hanging out, like, because there was one video out there. It's you, me, and Addison. And Addison was really into ghost hunting and stuff like that.
Me and Addison. I'm not gonna throw him under the bus solo for this one.
I didn't realize it was you two. I was just kind of along for the ride, but like
we were all having fun.
Yeah, we're just hanging out, he'd be like, "Yo, guys, let's go look for ghosts in my house." And, like, I didn't say anything, but I'm like, "In your house,
dude." Here's the thing. I'm assuming Addison was the same, but like as a kid, because I grew up watching Ghost Hunters.
Not me, bro.
And I firmly believed that if you looked for a ghost, you would find one. I was finding ghosts left and right in my house and in Addison's house.
Your shit was fucking haunted, bro. Because you would tell me stories like someone would walk by and then it's like you turn to look at them because it would be like peripheral vision. You turn to look at them and they're gone, and your mom was like doing the sage smoke
Right?
in your room.
Exactly. Okay.
That always freaked me out. I
Yeah.
remember I spent the night at your house one time. Like we all didn't. Like, I was just like, oh god.
Like, yeah, no, I have some ghost stories, but that could be said at a later date.
We could say that for October, huh?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. Let's remember that.
Yeah. He's like, write that down. But yeah, so roughly elementary school, like probably 3rd to 6th grade, anywhere between there.
Yeah, probably
we would,
3rd, something like that.
Yeah, we were doing that, filming and stuff, and we even filmed for our English class. We filmed a sick music video. The bars, man, it was insane. The cinematography, courtesy of Tony De La Rosa, was on point. The bars were flowing like a river, bro.
I wish we still had that. That breaks my fucking heart.
I was so embarrassed when because we had to show it in front of the class.
We had to present it to class. I remember you like sat on the ground against the wall.
I was definitely in the back of the room. I had the sideways cap, the pop collar, man.
But yeah, that was the beginning of cringing at ourselves on camera. But no, so like we didn't film anything in high school.
Not in high school, no, but
somehow we luckily missed high school.
If we were, man, I feel like high school would have been just so bad.
I mean,
it would have just been so not good.
I mean, we kind of did that in college.
Yeah, but at least we could say like, oh, we're university students, so there's maybe a little bit of credibility there. But yeah, it was because I remember I think it was a Friday or a Saturday or something like that at ASU. I was just on campus. I was talking to you, Eric, and Addison, and you guys had mentioned like, oh yeah, we're filming something or whatever. I was like, oh shit, let me get a part of that. Film student. I was like, heck yeah.
Yeah. Was it me, Addison, and Eric said us three were filming something, or was it just me and Addison saying that?
I swear, Eric. It was definitely you and Addison, but I thought Eric was there.
Cause I know like he basically said the same thing when I told him me and Addison were filming. He was like, hey, I'd be down to film with you guys, and I know we did at least one solo video with us three, just a car review. a parody car review. And
I don't know what the heck we were thinking back then, bro.
So a little bit before that, before we approached you and before we approached Eric, Addison came to me. This is like a month or two after we graduated high school. Addison came to me like on one random day. We met at a Starbucks and he said, yo, I'm thinking of starting a YouTube channel. Would you be down to do that with me? And I'm like, yeah, what are we doing? And he's like, gaming. And I'm like, fuck yes. I love games. And so we started playing, just me and him met up. I met him after my college class and we were at his house just playing games in like his super hot room. Yeah, because we had to turn off the fans and the AC because the sound. And it just heated up. And we, as soon as the camera started recording, as soon as the mics were hot, we weren't funny. It just left our body. And it was just so cringy. Oh my God, you can say something.
No, I just remember, because it was...
It looked like you wanted to.
It was just after I had helped out with a video or two, and I was like, let me see what else they got. And it was, I think, like a, not Punisher, Aliens and like a SpongeBob game. And it wasn't that it was, I didn't think it was like bad, but it was just like, okay. It's like, they're talking over a game. And also, I wasn't that into gaming, so it just kind of wasn't really there for me. But
yeah, so like, it wasn't that funny. And I think me and Addison kind of picked up on that because they weren't the easiest to record. We could just feel the block as we were recording. Like, we just didn't know what to say. And one day when we were like meeting up to play games, Addison said, "Hey, do you want to film something real quick?" And like just off the cuff, we filmed a little skit, a fake interview with Brad Pitt.
See, that was funny. That was funny.
And honestly, I don't want to say it holds up, but I still see the joke and I still smile at it.
It's funny, dude. just say it. Just say it. He's funny.
I don't want to commit to anything.
Nah, just say it, bro. Cause
I liked it.
Why'd you like it?
Because I enjoyed it.
Why'd you enjoy it?
We don't need to hold on that, but so after we made that, we started realizing we had more fun doing live action things instead of just doing video game commentary. And we did one more video, The Wanderer Wandering the Wasteland.
That one was a good one too.
That one I genuinely still like. It's just, these were super simple. Go out with our phones, film for like 20 or 30 minutes, and then see what we can make in editing. And back then I had no idea how to edit, and it really shows. But I was the only one with the software, so I was the one editing.
Yeah.
And I think that was the one where we showed it to you, and you were like, "Let me get in on this."
Yeah, because I was like, film major. I was like, hey, yeah, dude, let's do something.
I wasn't even a film major at the time. I was a graphic design student for that first semester, for that first year.
I remember that. Yeah,
yeah, that sucked. And then I became a film major and eventually graduated with a bachelor in arts. But that continued on, these skits. And it's weird because it seems like the quality went down the more we started to make them.
Yeah, I think what it was just kind of...
Too many cooks in the kitchen?
Exactly. We're trying too hard to be funny. Because it would be like, one of us like has an idea and it's like, hey guys, why don't we like do this? And then everybody was like, oh, let's do this, and that in the same video. And it's like, it was just one of those things where...
Exactly. It's like, if one of us came with a good starting foundation joke, the others would be like, haha, and this. Kind of like if you come to like a table with like a nice chicken, and then someone comes along with a tartar sauce side, it's like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
This doesn't complement what was already there.
Yeah, it's like both are fine, but just
not
like,
together.
If you like cheeseburgers and you like strawberry ice cream, you shouldn't put them in a blender and try to like drink that. You feel me? You feel me? And then like try to consume it all at once. Like both are good, but for very different reasons. So you can't and you shouldn't try to just mesh it all together. And so we did that for a little while, and luckily we started to recognize these are not the best choices.
Honestly, and it's kind of funny because we recognized it, in hindsight, we recognized it fairly quick because we made so many videos in such a short period of time, because this was all less than a year. This was crazy. August of 2016 to like March of 2017.
I'm happy it stopped when it did.
We made so many videos, and I think 3 of them were funny. And
genuinely, unironically funny.
Yeah, okay. And the rest were just so abstract or just incongruent, didn't work, not funny. Not good, not well made, because this was another thing. We didn't know what we didn't know about how to film or record or edit even back then. We were so amateur and we didn't even know it.
It was ridiculous, man.
It was ridiculous.
Damn. We had no business doing that shit. But like you said, we recognized it early on, and then we because I was a Hosh Posh. It was just straight Hosh Posh.
Yeah, that first channel was called Hosh Posh.
And then we did the Hosh Posh show where we improved for sure.
We took like a 5-month break between Hosh Posh and the Hosh Posh show. And I think in that time, we didn't even think we were on a break. I think we were just like, let's stop this. And then Addison has always been pushing to make things. And he came back with like, hey, let's just, because one of our Hosh Posh skits in the early days was called the Hosh Posh Show. It was a fake talk show. And so Addison came back like, hey, let's make this into like an actual channel. And we were like, okay, let's approach this differently. And then we started the Hosh Posh Show, which was just a movie review channel. And a completely different approach. It was set cameras, multi-camera, lights, like shitty, awful, goddamn lights.
I think that was almost partially the point though, because I remember early on it was, well, where are we gonna shoot? Well, let's shoot in this basement where it's all this, not like shit, but it's like, you know, all these like, you know, it's like it's not the most professional looking spot, and that'll add to the joke and to the.
That was our idea at first. And then we were like, we started getting views. Like our first couple videos got a couple thousand views fairly quickly.
That's because we were fucking reviewing movies we hadn't even watched yet, which I'm not totally mad at. Those comments were funny. You guys didn't even watch the fucking movie, did you? Well, I mean, shit. Watch the review and I'll answer your question, Brad.
Yeah, our idea to get people to click on our channel was to find out whatever movies were hot and were coming out soon, and then review them, like quote unquote review them.
Yeah.
Act like we had watched them and do a fake review on them and then release that, so we would be the only ones like in the search recommendations for review It Chapter 1. That was our big breakout.
That was so funny. Even my dad was like, y'all didn't watch these movies.
I think we got 6,000 views. It might have been more.
Like 6.3 the last time I saw it.
And it was, I feel like that one, it was pretty positive reviews. Like people understood, a majority of the people understood that it was a joke, and we felt really motivated to keep going.
It's weird that it seemed like the more we did it, the more people were like, you guys didn't watch these movies. It's like, presumably you must have seen the other videos where we did this, right? So why is it a problem now?
Yeah, I feel like, honestly, honest to God, I feel like people started having a problem with it when we stopped being funny. Because that It review, it had some good jokes, some good skits in it. The one where we got overwhelmingly negative reviews was the Black Panther review.
Was it really?
That we got shit on so hard, and for a long time we didn't know why. Or I was shocked, Addison was shocked. I don't know if you were shocked when that video came out, and it got a lot of views, but it was so negative, and the comments were just terrible.
I gotta look at those comments.
And like a year or two later, after the fact, we went back and rewatched that video, and it was so unfunny. It was just painful to watch. So, and that was the video where we were like, okay, this isn't working. We should stop reviewing movies before they come out, because it's just us like floundering on camera, trying to think of things to say.
Just bullshitting. Yeah.
Just bullshitting. And we continued with the channel up until May 2020. So about 3 years.
Wow.
That's granted.
That's a whole lot of shitty videos.
I think we took 2019 off. I think we had a whole year hiatus.
What was going on in 2019 with us?
I mean, we were in our senior year of college. There was a lot of stuff we were doing.
Oh, geez, yeah.
Yeah. But
yeah,
we came back in 2020 and we released a couple of videos. We did a different format and a little bit more production value. A little bit. We got new cameras and some green screens.
Yeah.
That green screen, actually.
This one?
That one. Yeah. But we just sort of fell out of love for making movie reviews. It just wasn't, for me, speaking for me, I guess, I wasn't finding enjoyment out of it anymore.
I'm with you on that. I was kind of there too, because I definitely remember wanting to do more like skits, but actually taking a little bit more time with them.
Mm-hmm.
But one thing that had come up back then was like, I don't think you guys were like opposed to it, but it was like it'll just be a lot. Like it'll take up the whole day almost, and so it was like okay, and you know we low key were kind of doing skits with the movie reviews because at the end we were, because we would have like those fake commercial breaks or whatever, and all of that kind of stuff.
But even with those were like, let's film for 10 minutes, see what we can do on the green screen, and then call it.
Yeah.
Like a big thing about us previously to this channel was getting things done quickly so we can keep hanging out.
Yeah.
That was a huge thing, and I think a big reason why a lot of our videos just weren't up to par.
Mm-hmm. We're just rushing through.
Just rushing through, just not really thinking about it. And yeah, it just kind of stopped in 2020. The pandemic hit. We were quarantining. We were all separated for a while.
Were we?
Yeah, well, at least Addison quarantined for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And really, things didn't start picking back up. We kind of took a break from making videos.
We did. And dude, yeah, because even my family, like my sister, she was like, you guys gonna like make, are you guys gonna keep making videos or what? And I think at the time, it was like, we didn't plan on necessarily not making videos. It was just like because we were like talking about like what could we do now, and so it was like,
dude, we had scripts, we had plans. You made a series of scripts, and all three of us worked together to like create this entire pilot episode for a show, and we had like multiple episodes at least brainstormed out, like things we would do with them. But I was trying to like get locations for us, but it was during the pandemic, the quarantine, and everyone was shooting us down, and it didn't help that we didn't have like a body of work to show, or a good body of work to show. Like we just weren't able to do it pretty much up until last year, when you and I moved in together and we made this current channel.
I'm really proud of. We don't have too much on this channel right now, but I'm really proud of what we've been able to do, especially the name, because I like like the Hoshposh Show and Hoshposh. It's always gonna have a special place in my heart.
Oh, for sure.
But I was, especially in the beginning, I was kind of like, I don't know about the name though, because it just kind of like, it's like, what's the thought process behind the name?
Do you want me to tell you the Hoshposh thought process?
You know what? Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not. I feel like, you know what? No.
Okay.
I'm gonna hear you out.
I specifically remember this, like, clearly. College. I'm sitting in my room. Me and Addison had just agreed to make a YouTube channel, and we're trying to think of a name. I was alone because we just separated. We had like gone home to think about it, and I don't really know how this popped up into my mind, but I misremembered a lyric from a song in Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
What the hell? That's not that like
Dick Van Dyke
60s
movies.
Disney movie?
It might be Disney.
That like old.
The Flying Car, Dick Van Dyke.
All right.
I misremembered a song from that movie where an old man was. I thought he was singing a Hosh Posh Life for Me, and I was like, Hosh Posh? That sounds original. Like, I haven't heard of anything else called Hosh Posh before. And to me, it also kind of sounded like hodgepodge, like just a bunch of different ideas being thrown into one. So I was like, that could work. And I texted Addison, And he was like immediately down, and I was like, that's awesome. Apparently after we had named the channel, Addison came to me and he asked how I thought of it. And I was like, dude, it's this video. And I pulled up the clip from Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, and the dude was saying a pish posh life for me. And I was like, oh, well, it still works, right? And he's like, yeah, the reason I liked it was because it's Eric
Andre?
It's
Posh Posh Bagage.
Yeah, it sounded like the Eric Andre skit thing. And so we both were just thinking of different things. I was misremembering. His thing wasn't even Hosh Posh. And it stuck for like 4 years.
My goodness. Well, that's what's up.
I think I redeemed myself, though, for naming this channel.
We both came up with the name for this one, bro.
We were both thinking, we were both brainstorming. Mm-hmm. We both agreed on Dawning Vision, but I remember I thought of it in the shower, like legit a shower thought. Like, I was just thinking like of what we were trying to do.
Cause yeah, you definitely put it together, but cause we had like talked about what is the meaning behind the title gonna be.
We were throwing out a bunch of different stuff.
Yeah, cause I do remember it was like, it's to show, kind of to show like we do have like a specific direction or vision for this channel, and like it's kind of like our new beginning in a way. Yeah. So that's how Dawning Vision, you definitely like put it together like that.
And I remember like, I feel like we had thrown around the words vision and like dawning, but we hadn't connected them yet. Yeah. I remember we had a bunch.
I think like the words are like the concepts.
Yeah, a bunch of different things, but Dawning Vision, it was kind of like Hosh Posh, where I told you and you unexpectedly like really clicked with it, kind of like Addison and Hosh Posh.
Because we spent a while on this.
We did. We spent a while. Same with the podcast name. I feel like that was harder.
We just got that like a couple of days ago. So like,
we've been playing this podcast for like 3 weeks, and we just finalized the name. I think it was
sometime this
2 days ago. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like this name. I think it's a good name.
Too. And another thing is like we are like legit taking our time with this. We're not doing it like how we did Hosh Posh on the Hosh Posh show. We're just like, let's just spit this out real quick. Excuse me.
We're finally at a point in our lives where we can slow down and take things and think things through methodically. Yeah. Because you and I live together.
Yeah, so it's just easier to kind of contact the other.
Yeah, we don't hang out with each other once a week for 6 hours and then we do our thing for the whole rest of the week. Mm-hmm. We're constantly like around each other, and we constantly have these opportunities to do this, and that's pretty huge for us.
Yeah. I'm really proud of where we are right now. Mm-hmm.
It's the beginning, but what we have put out, I'm pretty happy with, and what we're making currently, I'm very happy with.
Yes. That last one took us like 4 months for various reasons to finish, but we like we said earlier, we took our time with it. We didn't rush anything. I feel like this one is not going to take. I don't feel like this was going to take like 4 months though.
It shouldn't, just because we're going at a lot faster pace.
Yeah.
We're more serious and our schedules are better. But no, that Cheetah Girls video that we put out, I don't know if any of you have watched it, but that we started filming in August. We finished filming in November. I edited it through the beginning of December, and we had the initial release in December, like early December of 2021. But I got DaVinci Resolve, and we decided to recolor the whole video, so that added another 2 months. I wasn't coloring the whole 2 months, but I got the software, and it took like a month and a half for me to realize, hey, this has some value in going back and recoloring it, because the first version of that video, the color was god awful. It was terrible. It was shot on an older camera, and I thought that was the whole reason it looked so bad for the longest time, but No, like just the software I used was so terrible to color it. But yeah, I'm pretty proud of where it is now. 100%.
Proud of where it is right now, and also excited to see where it's going. Because it was mentioned earlier, we're working on a short film right now. We have some other videos kind of planned out. I think they just need to be fully scripted out and then make the shot lists for those.
We have one, next to the short film we're currently making, we have one other one in the chamber that's ready to be shot, like any time now, like as soon as we're able to, really.
Yeah, it's just a schedule thing.
Yeah, it's just, so our idea with this channel is to, because these short films take so long to make properly, our idea is to put out podcasts every week and behind the scenes videos of our progress on these short films, as well as whenever we're able to release smaller videos that are easier and quicker to put out. Not quite to the caliber of a short film, but still something we're proud of putting out.
Yeah, still not rushed, and still, you know, you can see that there was like effort put into it.
Yeah, and we have one of those ready to film right now that hopefully we'll be able to shoot fairly quickly and put together and get out within the next month.
Yeah.
Month and a half, I'd say. So yeah, this first podcast is gonna be a little bit different from the other podcasts, I'd say. This was just like our background, or the pilot episode.
This was the introduction, so everybody knows what we're about, because, you know.
You don't know us.
You don't know us, not yet. Well, I guess you do now, technically, because you presumably listen to the whole podcast, unless you just happen to skip all the way to this point, which if you did, that would be a mad crazy coincidence and also a little strange. But yeah, like future podcasts, it's gonna be like, if we have story ideas, we might just kind of, you know, converse about those a little bit.
Yeah, I feel like the whole idea of naming this podcast HeadCanon is for us to go over our interpretations of movies, how we would make or change a movie, how we would plan out just franchises, and also just an outlet for our storytelling that isn't necessarily required to be told or represented through a short film. So yeah, I look forward to future storytelling episodes, future scripting, franchise, phase building, cinematic universes. I don't even know if we can call them cinematic if we're just podcasting it, but story universes that...
Podcast universes.
The podcast universes.
Has there ever been a podcast universe before?
Probably.
Nope. Not in here. Not today.
So stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Thank you guys for listening. Please gently press that subscribe button and the little bell so you can get the notifications. And also, you know, if you like the video, why not hit that little thumbs up? Because that is also liking the video, but in a more, I guess, literal or technical way. Leave a comment if you want to, because we will read them, read all of them. I will, at least.
I will too.
Both of us. See? Yeah. Exactly. And again, on the same page, it's good vibes here. You know, and that's just what we're all about. Good vibes, a little bit of visual storytelling, you know,
here and
a little bit of low to no budget filmmaking, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what we got. That's what we can afford. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, guys. See you next time.
Peace.